This is the sew along for the Greenstyle Ultra Crop. This sew along will be done with the Youth Ultra Crop, but the steps are the same for the Youth and Adult. For this tutorial, I will be sewing the zippered, hooded, long crop view with sleeve and shoulder color blocking. Pieces to cut include F2, the full front with sleeve and shoulder color blocking, cut 2 mirrored along the zippered option cut line, cut B2, the full back with sleeve and shoulder color blocking on the fold, cut 2 mirrored H1 hoods along the inner cut lines and 1 H2 hood insert, cut 2 S4 mirrored back sleeves and 2 S5 mirrored front sleeves. Cut 2 mirrored S3 color blocked sleeve center inserts. Be sure to mark all notches on the sleeves and inserts. Lastly, cut 2 S2 cuffs and 1 C1 waistband. Additionally, for this view, a separating zipper, knit interfacing, and optional pressure tape are required. For the zippered option, skip to page 21. To sew the color blocked sleeve and shoulder, begin on step 8, placing the front sleeve along the front arm side of the bodice, right sides together. Pin or clip in multiple locations around the arm side and repeat on the other side. Pin the back sleeve to the arm side of the back bodice, right sides together in a similar manner. Repeat on the other side. For all seams, use a stretch stitch or serger with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Place the sleeve and shoulder color blocking insert to the constructed front sleeve, right sides together. The longer curve of the insert short end will align to the curve of the bodice neckline. Align the insert to notches along the sleeves and shoulder. Repeat on the other side. Stretch stitch or serge. Top stitch with the allowance to the insert side if desired. Place the now constructed front sleeve with insert on top of the back bodice and sleeves, right sides together, aligning at notches along the sleeve, shoulder, and inserts. Sew with a stretch stitch or serger. Again, top stitch with the seam allowance pressed toward the insert if desired. Place the front and back right sides together, aligning down the arms and bodice. Repeat on the other side. Sew down the length of the sleeve and bodice with a stretch stitch. If installing grommets, do so before constructing the hood. For a tutorial on installing grommets, seek out the Greenstyle YouTube page for a separate tutorial. Pin the hood insert along the curve of the hood, right sides together. The insert will match the hood at a 1:1 ratio. You can choose to sew one side and then pin the other, or repeat on the other side and sew with a stretch stitch. After piecing the hood together, finish the front of the hood's raw edge with a serger or by turning the front under with an additional 1/4 inch fold. Fold the raw edge of the hood to the wrong side by 1 inch. And top stitch with a stretch stitch or cover stitch. Align the center of the waistband with the center of the back bodice. Fold the waistband in half lengthwise, wrong sides together. Place either side onto the right side of the bodice. Pin in multiple locations. The short ends of the waistband to the front of the jacket. The waistband will be shorter than the bottom of the bodice. Sew with a stretch stitch along the waistband, stretching the waistband piece slightly to lay flush with the bodice as you go. Iron a strip of interfacing to the wrong side of the front bodice and waistband. To help with zipper install, optionally place presser tape down the front edge of the zipper tape. Unzip the zipper. And place it right side down against the right side of the front bodice, aligning the raw center edge with the edge of the zipper tape. The bottom of the separating zipper will align to the bottom of the waistband, and the top of the zipper teeth should be 3/8 inch from the neckline. Either with a zipper foot or positioning the needle to the left, sew down the length of the zipper with a 1/4 to 3/8 inch seam allowance and a longer 3.0 stitch length. Repeat on the other side. Fold the zipper tape under as worn and top stitch with a 3.5 stitch length and 1/4 inch seam allowance. At the top, angle the fabric closer to the zipper. Be sure to catch the zipper tape on the wrong side. Align the center back of the hood to the back of the neckline, right sides together. Match the front of the hood to the front of the neckline. Pin in multiple locations around the neckline. Using a stretch stitch or serger, sew around the neckline. If using a serger, extend the thread tails at the beginning and end of your stitch line so that they are long enough to be fed through the serger threads with a larger-eyed needle after the hood has been sewn on. This will eliminate any hanging threads at the zipper. Top stitch if desired with a stretch stitch or cover stitch. For cuffs, fold them in half, right sides together along the long edge. Sew along the long edge using a stretched stitch. Repeat on the other side. Fold the cuff in half again, wrong sides together to create the round cuff. Align the raw edges of the cuff to the sleeve opening. You can do this either by putting the cuff outside the jacket sleeve or by turning the jacket inside out and sliding the cuff inside the wrist. Either way, the cuff must be against the right side of the fabric. Sew around the opening with a stretch stitch and repeat on the other side. When sewing on a cuff, especially for a youth or child-sized top, it's best to work from inside the cuff, meaning the fabric can be pulled out of the way from the top, decreasing the risk of accidentally cutting or serging fabric under the presser foot. With that, you have completed your Greenstyle Ultra Crop with color-blocked sleeves and shoulder inserts, long length and zipper. We'd love to see your make. Tag us on social media with the hashtag GSUltraCrop. Happy sewing, friends!